hour and a half setup should not try to be done in 30 minutes. Ready, good.
Good afternoon and welcome to the University of East London for British Wheelchair Women's Premier League action between the East London Phoenix and the Cardiff Met Archers. These two sides meeting for the third time this season, and a pivotal matchup as both teams look to get the head-to-head, having split their opening two games. It was the East London Phoenix winning by 21 points, 76-55, back here at the UEL Sports Stock 3 months ago, as Beth Wheeler led the way with 5 of 9 from downtown on the way to a 31 point, 10 rebound, 11 assist triple-double, as Jade Atkin also had one of her best ever games in the WPL with a 32-point outing. As for the last two times these sides met, it was only a couple of weeks ago in the Welsh capital, as the Cardiff Met Archers held on to a 10-point win, 53-43, against a short-handed East London side. It was Katie Morrow leading the way for Tom Guntrip, and the Archers 19 points on 9 of 15 shooting for the GB under-25 player. And as for the Phoenix, only travelling with 6 players, and it was Beth Wheeler again leading the way with 25 points, but on 9 of 34 shooting, and then a 10-point, 10-rebound double-double for the Phoenix one-pointer Jodie Waite. As both teams are getting their final instructions from the coaches, a significant day for the Archers. Head coach Tom Guntrip's last game with the franchise, having been here since the WPL launched 3 years ago. He set for a trip abroad, so his final game with his side, as the Cardiff in their white kit look like they're going to be the first to head out onto court, led out by number 12 Leah Evans. She'll be joined by number 2 Nikita Wright, who's going to have a significant role with Adele Atkin present, but having played with Plymouth in Euro Cup, going to have and flew back either last night or early this morning. Adele's going to take a break today, and then Katie Morrow wearing number 11, Neve Watson wearing 10, will join Jade Atkin in the starting 5 for Cardiff. For the East London Phoenix, it's 13 Beth Wheeler, 7 DB Steele, 10 Amy Conroy, 3 Curran Brown, and number 6 Sophie Patterson. For Phoenix, good chance that we'll see limited minutes potentially from Jodie Waite today. Jodie just came off a victory with the London Times over the Sheffield Steelers in a huge National League, Premier League matchup here at UEL, which also Phoenix head coach Adi Origome played in, and Bucks action as well yesterday for Jodie with her University of East London side, who bowed out of the competition. As both teams about ready to get underway here this afternoon, and obviously the head-to-head in the best of 3 pivotal, with these two sides potentially close together in the standings, as it'll be Jade Atkin and Amy Conroy, the 2 GB teammates, ready to get the tap underway. And Conroy wins it the second attempt, and it'll be Phoenix possession to open up. Wheeler straight down the lane as Atkin cut off Brown, and Phoenix get a quick start to this opener, leading 2-0, as Katie Morrow streaking through against the press of Phoenix. She'll get an open layup, banks it in off the glass, and with Nikita Wright over in the backcourt for defense, referees will stop play. When these two sides met here in December, something that really worked for the Phoenix was the press. So interesting to see if that will be a tactic continued to use as the Phoenix look to clinch second place in the league once again. Would be the 3rd consecutive season they do that, as Conroy double teamed by Morrow and Atkin. Wheeler on the little cut, banks it in off the glass, and again Phoenix trying to have a high line up to the half court, but Morrow's going to break it, and she's got a chance to push down. Not going to cut in on Wheeler, but she's going to take the fade away. Good contest by Wheeler off the front of the iron, and Sophie Patterson able to pull down the rebound, and she'll outlet to Conroy, with Steele having a potential post up against Wright, but she'll come back up and set the pick, as Jade Atkin forcing Amy Conroy into multiple twists and turns. Conroy will settle into the 15-footer in and out, but offensive rebound Sophie Patterson, and she'll manage to reset, avoid the 3 seconds as Conroy skips to Wheeler, doesn't quite get the layup to go. And a long outlet by Leah Evans, who leaked out on the shot. Conroy trying to challenge Evans to the scoop shot, doesn't get it to go, but able to re-establish herself in bounds, tries to reset, and Jade Atkin will track it down. Archers with just 6 seconds on the shot clock. Steele late on the jump. Atkin looked like her hand got caught after the shot. Don't know if she caught it against her own wheel. And the ball will trickle out of bounds, and Brown and Patterson trying to do some work to keep Atkin out of the defensive possession. Wheeler's now coming to help as well, but Cardiff do a good job of getting everyone back in, and now we have to set their half-court defence. Wheeler bringing the ball up on the left side. Conroy circled under the paint, going to be contested by Morrow and Atkin, but able to get it to go. And again, Phoenix immediately onto the transition defences. Nikita Wright gets ahead of the pack. But the rest of the Archers trying to go over, but Wright will become an outlet. I was going to say stay in bounds, but as her chair just kind of turned round, Nikita Wright went out of bounds. Tom Guntrip wanting a little foul call on the bump, but not going to get it. And it'll be the turnover for the Archers, the first of today's game, as they trail by 4 early on in this Sunday afternoon encounter, last home game of the season for the Phoenix. As Wheeler to a cutting Amy Conroy. And the Phoenix starting hot here early, 4 of 6 shooting already. As Atkin, guarded by Patterson, able to get the ball over nice and easily on the press break, as Brown squares up and be called for the blocking foul. Of that correction, a pushing foul, as she kind of turned the chair into the path for Jade Atkin. And it'll be Leah Evans to trigger the inbound, and she'll find Nikita Wright. Wright making a debut season in the WPL as Atkin cut in, going to get it up before the contest could come by Wheeler and Brown. But Jade Atkin makes no mistake, her first points of the afternoon. As Conroy bring the ball up, Steele trying to give her room on the baseline. She'll stop on the low block, and DB Steele gets it to go. Steele had 19 points and 9 rebounds in the opening contest between these two sides in December, as Leah Evans able to easily break the press once again for the Archers. She's on a little bit of a power side for Cardiff, as Jade Atkin realises she needs to come across and give Evans an option, but still well out on the perimeter. Shot clock down to 2 seconds. Atkin going to fire up over Conroy, front iron, and still able to outlet to Wheeler. As Phoenix crossing successfully in transition. Conroy gets a bump by Morrow, going to give the basket. And Amy Conroy with a chance for a 3-point play early on. First personal foul on Katie Morrow for the Archers. And Amy Conroy will have a chance for the 3-point play. Extend this lead up to 9, which she does. Again, Phoenix looking for, trying to get flat, but Evans able to bring it up. Now met by Cohen Brown just into the backcourt. Evans is going to try a long hook pass, but leaves it well short. Conroy able to come up with it. Tom Guntrip signals he would like a timeout at the next whistle, as Katie Morrow's in the backcourt, guarded by Patterson. Good job by Patterson keeping the 4.5 out, but Steele misses, but Neve Watson taps it out of bounds. And that will trigger the timeout for Tom Guntrip and the Archers. His side trailing 13 points to 4, just 4 minutes into this game. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back to East London, where the home side Phoenix lead 13 points to 4 early on. Baseline ball, new 14 seconds after the Archers tipped a missed shot by Steele out of bounds, and Steele managed to sneak behind Leah Evans, who got a back turned and still tying the cut perfectly. Good pass by Wheeler right into the pocket, and Steele banks it in, and Leah Evans, looking for an outlet pass, rolls over into the field of play. So another turnover by the Archers. And Phoenix will again have a chance to set up from the baseline. Conroy trying to cut in, gets it one-handed take by Amy Conroy. Too much power off the glass, so trying to bank it home over Morrow. But a lovely take by the GB International. As again an outlet goes, but Phoenix pick it up. Steele gonna get blocked off by Morrow, but able to bank it in. She had Conroy to her left, but still with the confidence. And suddenly it's a 13-point game in favour of the hosts, as Evans again looking for an option. Morrow double teamed, so instead gives it head to Neve Watson, the one-pointer, and she'll get it over to Atkin, who'd crossed into the front court right. Going to be challenged by Wheeler, breakaway layup, but a lovely finish by Nikita Wright with. And she'll keep the scoreboard ticking over for the Archers, as Sam Hill will check into the game. Conroy working on Morrow one-on-one, again a little bit too strong, and a foul on the rebound by Sophie Patterson. Jade Atkin wanted kind of advantage on the outlet pass, but the contact came before the pass, so Sophie Patterson will pick up her first personal foul, and this will allow number 14 Sam Hill to check into the contest. Sam Hill, a classification of a 5, one of the only fully able-bodied players to ever play in the WPL. It's having a strong season once again for the Archers in the second year. Part of that front court rotation, as Atkin over Patterson gets it to go. As Jade Atkin took advantage of the height mismatch, but Sophie Patterson does a terrific job to keep Atkin out of the play. Atkin was trying to come down this near sideline. And now Phoenix going to work 4-on-4 in the half court. Conroy to Wheeler. Wheeler wide open on the side. It was Cohen Brown with the weak side curl for Wheeler. It was a 2-on-1 advantage for the Phoenix. And that's where the East London side had a lot of success in the first game, was picking out and having 4-on-4, as Conroy knocked to the deck in transition between a combination of Watson and Hill. And Hill couldn't quite get the 10-footer to go. And Conroy now will look for an outlet. Steele going to have to get it over quickly to avoid 8 seconds. Indeed, finds Beth Wheeler with a couple of seconds left on the 8 count, as DB Steele wide open underneath, stroke down the weak side, too strong on the layup, but Sophie Patterson with a rebound. Steele to Conroy, extra pass to Wheeler, terrific ball movement and by the hosts, and they are pulling away early in this one. As Atkin trying to sneak along the baseline, but again cut off. She'll pull out, working a power side with Hill. Wheeler flying out with the contest, but Jade Atkin feeling really confident here in this gym this season, as Amy Conroy just asking for a quick stoppage. Looked like she just tweaked her elbow potentially. And referee David Kingston going to stop it, allow Conroy to make sure she's okay. And Phoenix will now inbound, but that allows Cardiff to set up a little bit of a press. But Phoenix easily able to get it over. Steele through Wheeler, but Sam Hill deflecting the pass, but Beth Wheeler able to have it. She might think about the 3 here, but instead Steele comes up for the pick. It's cross court to Conroy. Atkin trying to get there, but a little bit late, but Conroy leaking it off to the left, and Cohen Brown will be called for the foul, and that'll be her second personal foul, third team foul on the Phoenix. As Cardiff trying to get this game back into single digits. Evans, long 2 Just the front wheels are just rolled just inside the line, but that banks in off the glass. And indeed it is a single digit game as Conroy looking for an option, and a foul called away from the ball. Foul called on Jade Atkin for a push. That'll be the first personal on Atkin. And East London will advance the ball up down the sideline as Amy Conroy just checking if it's front court or back court. Indeed it is the back court, so Phoenix will get 24 seconds. And Cohen Brown will trigger the half-court offense. Conroy on the elbow, beats Watson one-on-one, dumps it offside to Patterson, but she loses the handle. And Jade Atkin able to pull in the steal. And she'll throw it long. Great pass to Sam Hill. And now Evans on this near side to the camera. Spin, but Brown able to pull back, make sure there's nowhere to go on the screen, right on the roll. Going to try and bank it in, and indeed she does. Nikita Wright. 4 points personal already. As Evans strips the ball from Brown, is going to run out of bounds, tries to deflect it, and now instead goes into the backcourt, but terrific play by Evans there, but couldn't quite complete the steal. And with his side trailing by 7, head coach for the Phoenix, Adi Origami, going to want to talk it over with it. The last minute or so getting a little bit sloppy for his side. We'll take a break and rejoin you for the last 1 minute 44 of the quarter. And welcome back to London, where the hosts East London Phoenix are leading by 7. Wheeler's going to roll straight into a customary 3 off the sideline out of bounds. Can't quite get it to go. A little bit short by Wheeler. And Jade Atkin able to pull down the rebound and set up the half-court offense through the top. As Wheeler able to back into Atkin, force her to give it up. Evans off the pick by Watson, leaves it a little bit short, but Neve Watson with the rebound, banks it in off the glass. And the Cardiff Archers getting a huge scoring contribution from their 1-point players in Nikita Wright and Neve Watson. They're up to 6 points already on the day out of 16 for the Archers. As Conroy and Wheeler working the pick and roll, Steele got in the paint, but Phoenix going to rotate it out to Patterson. She can't get it to go, but Brown with the offensive rebound finds Beth Wheeler for the straight easy layup. And it's something that we've seen from Miss East London Phoenix side in this matchup this season, being able to crush the glass successfully. In the first outing here in London, it was 18 offensive rebounds for 12 second chance points, and 2 weeks ago in Cardiff, it was 17 offensive rebounds for East London. Could only convert to 9 second chance points, but still a strong offensive outing as DB Steele was called for the holding foul in the key. So Cardiff will set up from the baseline. Atkin trying to come to the top, but pass too long, and Amy Conroy able to come up with the easy steal. She'll come down the court and lay it home for 2, nice and easy. Nikita Wright did a good job trying to push back and make it difficult, but Conroy knew she had some time to slow the speed down and able to push this lead back out to 9 for East London as Nikita Wright was going to come out of a chair, and a foul is called away from the ball. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Nikita Wright, away from the ball. So with 8 seconds left of the quarter, Phoenix are going to get a good look. Potentially, or going to try and get a good look as Conroy brings it down the right side. Good screen by Steele. Conroy's going to get round right, and Nikita Wright's going to be called for the foul. And actually, it's a terrific foul by Nikita Wright, because it's end-line ball for East London, and there's only 1 second left on the clock. It's the fourth team foul. I believe it's the fourth team foul, because yeah, indeed it is. Fourth team foul both ways. So Phoenix, 1 second to go. Beth Wheeler just making sure Amy Conroy knows it's catch and shoot. Wheeler to Brown, but no shot. Bad choice by DB Steele, as she was looking for Wheeler, was streaking down the middle, and that'll end the first quarter here. But a strong offensive outing for the hosts. They have 25 points on the board and lead by 9, with Beth Wheeler already having 10 points and Amy Conroy 9. As for the Archers, it's Jade Atkin leading the way on 6 points, but 5 turnovers really hurting the visitors. We'll take a quick break here and rejoin you momentarily for the second quarter. Welcome back to UEL as we're about to get underway in the second quarter. Onto the floor for the visitors, the Cardiff Archers, who trail by 9. Evans, Hill, Wright, Atkin and Watson. As for the Phoenix, it's Waite, Conroy, Patterson, Steele and Wheeler. So Jodie Waite getting her first court time this afternoon, but second game, as I already mentioned, played 36 minutes for Titans earlier on today in a 10-point victory, as the Archers will have the opening possession of the half. Wheeler forces Evans into a hook pass. Steele able to just bat it loosely, and Sam Hill able to come down with it but can't quite convert. Sam Hill just a little bit off. On her second attempt of the day, and it's Phoenix now. Conroy skipping it to Wheeler. Nikita Wright over the screen, but lovely dump off on the interior to Sophie Patterson, and Patterson gets it to go. Something the East London Phoenix have been looking at off the back of their last game 2 weeks ago against the Archers was interior scoring by their one-pointers. Few too many missed layups for the coaching staff, as Jade Atkin going to take the free, but the rebound out to Sam Hill was a little bit too far behind Jodie Waite to able to pull in. And Evans now thinks about it from 12, 15 feet, but instead going to meet Jodie Waite and nowhere to go. Shot clock still at 10, so Archers are loads of time as Sam Hill back iron, and Wheeler able to pull down the rebound. Atkin gets away with a little push, but Conroy able to throw it ahead, two-handed to Steele. Steele's going to try and get a momentum back. Nikita Wright gets in front, but is unable to contest. She was trying to get a little charge call, but no luck, and the Phoenix lead back out to 13, where it was early on in this contest, as Atkin trying to cut in on the one-on-one versus Beth Wheeler, but nowhere to go, as Sam Hill got position on Conroy, but has to clear to avoid the 3-second violation. It's Atkin now, 5 on the shot clock. Going to find Watson inside. This time leave Watson a little bit short. And Jodie Waite pulling down the rebound. Going to find it still, and she'll outlet ahead to Wheeler. But Sam Hill breaks it up, unfortunately for Cardiff. Goes into the hands of Amy Conroy. Conroy going to stop. Doesn't get it to go, but Wheeler contact from behind by Watson. And 2 missed opportunities for Phoenix, but they will earn a trip to the foul line. And Beth Wheeler will shoot 2. Wheeler 0 of 2 on the free throws. Normally a pretty consistent free throw shooter. This time no luck. And Jade Atkin circle out. Evans coming up to set the pick. And Atkin to Hill. Sam Hill again a little bit too strong. And another rebound for Jodie Waite. She'll get it just about over Evans. Jade Atkin over in the backcourt. Sophie Patterson knocked out a chair, and Wheeler got interior position on Jade Atkins. She lays it home for 2. It's Sam Hill down, and she's able to upright herself. So the referee's happy with play to continue since Archers have got the ball. But again, terrific job by the Phoenix in transition, trying to pick players out and create 4-on-4, 5-on-4 opportunities as Evans rolls into a 3, gets it to go. This time released it before Wills had rolled over the line. And the Cardiff 2-pointer able to move her personal tally on to 5 as Jodie Waite called for the offensive foul on Nikita Wright, I believe, was there to take the charge. Indeed it was, as Jodie Waite was trying to set a pick but ran into the wheel perfectly positioned of Wright. So that'll be the first personal foul as Freya Levy will check in next dead ball for the Phoenix. As Evans all the way round as Sam Hill with a terrific pick, but Evans, the little scoop layup, trying to correct a chair at the last minute to be a little bit more straight. Left it short, and Beth Wheeler uncontested. Give and go with Conroy. Sam Hill trailing does enough to put Wheeler off, and Evans sprinting away on transition. She'll find Wright. Conroy able to make it difficult as Jodie Waite snuck in and somehow stayed in bounds. Avoids the travel as well. Terrific play by Jodie Waite, and Conroy will throw ahead to Wheeler. And Sophie Patterson able to correct. A lovely ball movement yet again by Phoenix. Still a little bit rushed, but Waite with the offensive rebound again. Phoenix can't get it to go. Conroy trying to adjust too close to the rim, but another offensive rebound allows the host to reset. New 14 and a little bit of time as Waite on the pick and roll. Gets it to go this time as Jade Atkin was trying to trail but couldn't get a chair squared up to contest properly. And Phoenix eventually able to get it to go, but story of this quarter for the host, really missed opportunities. A lot of layups as Atkin through the middle of the paint, squared up, but the pass just a little bit out of her reach. And that will allow subs to check in for both teams, as Katie Morrow also coming to the scorer's table. I assume this will be for Sam Hill for the Archers. Indeed it is. Hill taking a break, Morrow in, and Sophie Patterson getting her first break of the game for the Phoenix. As we're about midway through this second quarter here on this Sunday afternoon. Only a WPL game this weekend with Euro Cup also happening. As Wheeler cross court to Conroy, still trying to look for the post up, but bounce pass by Levy, but well read by Evans. And Cardiff going to have a chance to go in transition. Nikita Wright really quick down the floor, allowed Morrow to get down, but Morrow not aggressive, trying to get into the lane, and Conroy able to cut it off. That slight hesitation, all the difference between Kate Morrow there getting a potential layup as Atkin going to get probably 2 shots. Indeed, going to call it on Atkin as she was going into the shooting motion. So 2 shots for Jade Atkin. as Evans and Conroy got themselves the wrong way round, so Atkins just going to reset before taking her foul shots. And Atkins splits the pair as Conroy with the rebound looking for options, and Wheeler able to provide a post opportunity there, getting into the half court and allowing Phoenix to get the ball over. Conroy working with Levy and Way on a double screen, so she'll have loads of time behind the screen. And string for Amy Conroy. Lovely patience, just knew it's going to be difficult to jump with the double screen and just getting herself balanced. As Evans thought about the long two, finds Watson inside. Watson able to pull it down, looking for options, and instead turns it over, and Phoenix will have a 3-on-3 here. Conroy, Wheeler and Steele. Wheeler to Steele eventually, and DB Steele gets it to go. Timeout by Tom Guntrip with his side trailing 37 points to 20. And he'll use his last time out of the first half to talk it over and regroup, as Phoenix have now started to get the momentum back. Welcome back to London. East London Phoenix leading the Cardiff Met Archers 37 points to 20 in a crucial matchup here in the Women's Premier League, as Atkin coast to coast, but foul called on Amy Conroy. That'll be her first personal foul, third team foul of the quarter. As Cardiff going to trigger off the end line ball. Leah Evans kind of boxed herself into a corner here, trying to take the handoff from right, but she's able to find Atkin on the elbow. Atkin over Steele, in and out, doesn't quite go for the Archers. A leading scorer on the day, Jade Atkin, 7 points, but Phoenix turn it over in transition. As Morrow headed the Conroy, but Amy Conroy just about got into the frame enough to make it difficult. And now Steele a 2-on-2. Conroy nowhere to go, and Jade Atkin knocks it away from behind, and it'll be Phoenix possession. Good push there by Jade Atkin in transition, and it'll be Phoenix sideline ball. Skip pass, Conroy to Steele. Steele will work with Jodie Way on the far side, 6 on the shot clock. Wheeler swing pass to Conroy, she'll cut in, get an open look just inside the key, banks it off the glass. Amy Conroy, terrific patience by Conroy, and another good screen by the Phoenix, just to allow Conroy to pick and choose the lane she wanted. As Atkin to Evans. long skip pass to Morrow, still going to come out, make it a little bit difficult, not really a contest, but Neve Watson able to pull down the rebound. Beth Wheeler too busy boxing out and didn't have a chance to go for the ball, and Watson able to dish it off and pick up the assist. As Conroy again at Phoenix, good press break, 3-on-2. Wheeler head of the pack, right, did a good job trying to get back in the play, but Beth Wheeler makes no mistake on the layup, and she leads the game with 14 points personal, 7 of 10 shooting, also 6 assists, as Neve Watson out of her chair on the elbow. So referee's doing a great job of recognising it, stopping play, and head coach Tom Guntrip going to come on and help Watson back upright with the help of Katie Morrow, and that whistle will allow Chloe Fiveash to check into the game, the youngest player on the Phoenix roster. Check in with number 29, and it'll give Captain Steele her first break of the game, as Morrow fading almost too far behind the hoop, got a shot up but couldn't get it up with accuracy, and Phoenix another stop as Morrow does a terrific job in the backcourt of staying in, but terrific screen by Waite to seal off Evans, and that allows Conroy to lay it home for 2. And the Phoenix lead is at 19 points with 100 seconds to go, as Morrow again almost behind the glass, but this time able to find the angle to sneak it in. Terrific control by Katie Morrow to avoid hitting the underside of the backboard there, and she's rewarded with her second field goal of the game, as Levy gonna try and put it up to beat the clock. Nothing on the iron, and Nikita Wright just came out of chair trying to get to the rebound, so referee's gonna stop play, and Wright gets put back upright, and it'll be Phoenix possession with Wright coming over in the paint. It will be a reset shot clock as well, so Phoenix will have an extra 5 seconds to work. It had trickled down to 9, as off the baseline out of bounds, Conroy to Wheeler. Fiveash going to roll to the paint. Immediate impact by Chloe Fiveash off the bench on the pick and roll. And East London Phoenix really dominating in this opening half. They lead by 21 points now, as Morrow trying to work one-on-one with Fiveash, but Fiveash knocks it loose, and in fact came back off the arm of Katie Morrow, so it'll be East London possession. It's the 7th turnover for the Archers. Phoenix have already scored 10 points off it, as Waite finds Conroy. Terrific take by Conroy. Looked like she's going to tip backwards out of chair. Wheeler, the wrong side of Atkin, gets it to go to make that 12 points off 7 turnovers for East London, and they've really hurt Cardiff's mistakes, as Wright ahead can't quite control it, but she'll track it down and reset to Leah Evans. There's about a 5-second game clock, shot clock differential here. Morrow double team Fiveash and Conroy, no rim, so Atkin, and shot clock not going to go. Conroy 2 seconds, going to put it up after the buzzer, I believe, and that will do it here in the first half. A dominant performance by the host team, the East London Phoenix. They have 47 points on the board and lead Cardiff 47-24 at half-time, as they look to secure second place in the league for the 3rd consecutive season. And it's the normal 2 high scorers for East London doing the damage. Amy Conroy with 15 points personal on 7 of 12 shooting and 9 assists. And Beth Wheeler 16 points, 7 assists. And DB Steele also in double figures on 10 points. As for the visitors from Cardiff, Jade Atkin leading the way at 7 points personal. Katie Morrow with 6, but I mentioned to Nikita Wright, who's got 4 points, 1 rebound, but on a 2 of 2 shooting, but has done a lot of little things for Cardiff as well, and especially in transition and tempo. She's caused So it's definitely been a bright spark for head coach Tom Guntrip, but he'll no doubt want a response in the second half from his team in his final ever game with Cardiff. We'll rejoin you for the second half in 10 or 12 minutes time. Here, half-time score, East London Phoenix 47, Cardiff Met Archers 24. Good afternoon and welcome back to the University of East London for British Wheelchair Basketball Women's Premier League action between the East London Phoenix and the Cardiff Met Archers. East London Phoenix leading 47 points to 24 in this encounter. Strong doing by Amy Conroy and Beth Wheeler in the opening half for the host. Combined 31 points, 16 assists between them, as a 22-8 second quarter really has grown this gap to almost insurmountable for Cardiff, but we'll see what they have in the bag in the final 20 minutes of action, as head coach Tom Guntrip in his final game with the Archers had a long team talk out of the arena at half-time and now going over final instructions. And head coach for the Phoenix, Adeo Rami, a lot happier, but also trying to get tweaks in the system ahead of the playoffs that are only a couple of months away now. They'll be at the University of Essex on the 18th and 19th of May, as Phoenix look to advance to the final for their third straight year. Of course, to win the championship, you'll have to get past the dominant side in the WPL in Loughborough Lightning, as they will head to Worcester for Friday night hoops next week on the 15th of March. 7:30 tip for that in what will be a noisy University of Worcester arena. Crowds always strong there on a Friday night. Back to the Worcester Wolves British Basketball League BBL days as second half is underway. Wheeler going to force Watson to jump at the free. Conroy in the paint, dishes it off to Corinne Brown, who sat on the bench most of that the entire second quarter with foul trouble. 2 early fouls for the former captain of the Phoenix, but Cardiff able to get the stop. They return to the game with Morrow, Wright, Atkin, Watson and Evans as 5 Ash fouls. Morrow, and it'll be 2 shots incoming for Katie Morrow. Morrow's had some success against the Phoenix this season. First game with 16 points personal, and then 2 weeks ago when the sides met in Cardiff, a game Cardiff Met Archers won by 10. Katie Morrow's leading scorer that day with 19 points on 9 of 15 shooting. And she splits the foul shots to move herself up to a team high 7 points. Along with her fellow 4.5 Jade Atkin, as Atkin late to get to DB Steele, and the Phoenix captain having another strong scoring outing like she did on the opening day of the season. She moves to 12 points personal, as Morrow and Atkin on a power side, but Phoenix relatively well matched up with Wheeler and Steele. Conroy floating away as Evans goes to the weak side. Skip pass, a little bit too strong. And Cardiff commit their 10th turnover of the game. And Amy Conroy a little bit too eager to inbound the ball. Referees hadn't reset it. So now East London will set up. Wheeler curling into the middle, still was wide open, but Wheeler's going to take it herself, bank it off the glass. And she's up to 20 points now, Beth Wheeler, to go with 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Wheeler, who had the triple-double in the opening matchup between these two teams this season here in East London in December. As an outside shot of that as 5-ash to Evans. Brown contested it. Leah Evans making a 3 already. And now the Phoenix have a 4-on-3 as Wheeler's going to cut into the middle. Atkins going to come across, square up the chair. Good defense by Atkins, forces Wheeler to miss, but 5-ash and Steele combined for the rebound, and Chloe 5-ash makes no mistake from 8 foot. And the hosts have a 28-point lead all of a sudden. Morrow working off the pick of Nikita Wright, who's had an excellent game for Cardiff. Nikita Wright getting more minutes with the absence of Adele Atkin for Cardiff. And a very late timeout called by head coach Adi Orurami, and he'll want to talk over his defence on that play, with his side leading by 26 points. And welcome back to the University of East London with the home side. Phoenix leading by 26. Wheeler makes it 29. First successful 3 of the day for the leading 3-point shooter in the WPL, Beth Wheeler. Wheeler has more makes on the season than the entire WPL. And she makes no mistake on a second opportunity of the day as Cardiff fell asleep off the out of bounds as skip pass. Morrow to Atkin, but Beth Wheeler was perfectly positioned to take it away. And the East London Phoenix with yet another steal. It's an area today where they've really converted off the Cardiff turnovers, but this time no such luck as Conroy overthrows Wheeler. And East London commit just their 4th turnover of the contest. 23 minutes into Sunday Mother's Day action. As Morrow looks to respond to Wheeler's 3 with one of her own, but in and out by Katie Morrow. And Conroy ahead of the pack. 5-ash lays it home as Evans had come out of her chair in transition. I think it was Steele who squared her up, and East London Phoenix has done a terrific job today of getting 2 chairs and forcing Cardiff players off balance and to the floor. But with Evans well away from the play, referees were happy to let it continue safely. And that means the hosts have a first 30-point lead of the day. As 5-ash and Evans out the back. Brown this time out of her chair. And Cardiff able to capitalise on the 4-on-3. As Brown is able to continue. As Wheeler again going to slow down, think about the free, force a jump from Neve Watson, but Watson does a good job forcing Wheeler to pick it up well outside the edge of the key. Conroy driving through the elbow, finds Wheeler stationary free, just a little bit off, but a fight for the rebound. Last touch, Jade Atkin. And it'll be East London Phoenix possession, 10th offensive rebound for the host, so it is the 3rd game in a row where East London have got double-digit offensive rebounds as Conroy beats Watson, but the pass, I think, got deflected and into the hands of Leah Evans. And a foul by Chloe Fiveash, trying to disrupt the outlet pass to Katie Morrow. And that'll be the 2nd personal on Fiveash. One of 4 Phoenix players now on 2 fouls, but no one has got to that 3 mark where potentially coaches are worried about substitutions. Only Nikita Wright on 2 fouls for the visitors. As Morrow fade away over Fiveash, gets it to go, and Katie Morrow is the first archer into double digits this afternoon. She moves up to 11 points personal. As Wheeler skipped to Conroy. Evans got a hand in the passing lane, but couldn't quite bring it in, and Amy Conroy going to post up from the edge of the block. And she moves to 17 points. As Morrow and Brown, good share skills by Katie Morrow to try and cut back to the inside, and she'll pick up the blocking foul on Cohen Brown. She is the first Phoenix player on 2-3 personal fouls this afternoon. Morrow hook pass as Amy Conroy fell asleep. Leah Evans was on her left shoulder. Conroy didn't identify where she was, and Evans able to just push straight down into the lane and lays it home for 2. Conroy able to come through the top onto the left elbow. Ball rotation by East London. They've moved the ball well today, and Conroy on the interior was looking for position for the offensive rebound as Wheeler went in and out, but foul called. Not quite sure who it was on, but it was in the act of shooting. So Wheeler will head to the line looking to correct from the first half where she missed both her free throws. Phoenix 1 of 3 as a team at the line. And neither of those good for Wheeler. The ball off the rim and trickles out of bounds on to the left-hand side. So Cardiff will get possession back midway through this 3rd quarter. As Morrow, Fiveash, something loose came off someone's chair but rolls out of play as Evans from the elbow. Good contest by Brown. Jodie Waite spotted what's come off the chair and's gone to pick it up. As Conroy L2 cycle behind the screen, this time no good. Fight for the rebound. Fiveash leaves it short, trying to find Conroy, and Morrow going to have an unsportsmanlike foul on, I believe, Beth Wheeler. Indeed it is. As Katie Morrow on the pass was going to take away a transition layup, so unsportsmanlike is the call by Francis Kramnik, and it'll be Katie Morrow with 2 free throws, and Cardiff will get possession back as well. That last Cardiff foul, just for anyone housekeeping, was on Neve Watson. So her second personal foul is the first personal on Wheeler. 4th team foul for the Phoenix. As Morrow unable to make either free throw. And allow changes for the host with Fivash and Brown heading out, and Patterson and Chloe Carter into the game. Carter's first appearance today. The three-pointer also plays for the University of East London in Bucks, weighing 24. As Atkin able to make it go over Sophie Patterson, who's just checking if her wheel's a little bit loose or not. Trying to knock it back in properly. As Wheeler in the paint, didn't have time to stop her chair, but Conroy pulls down the rebound, gets the contact from Morrow, banks it home, and we'll have a chance for 3-point play. And Jade Atkin is going to have a chance to just readjust in the chair, but she's got a timeout to do that, called by head coach Tom Guntrip, with the score 60 points to 35 with 3:36 left in the third quarter. Three-point play for Amy Conroy, no good, as once again the host struggling from the foul line, as Atkin just about beats the 8-second call. She's working on Stevie Steele, but 2 Phoenix players jumped to Jade Atkin, left Nikita Wright open underneath, and Nikita Wright continues her perfect day of shooting. She's now 3 of 3 on the floor, as Steele collects it down the left. Conroy driving into the middle. Steele's gonna shoot from 12 foot. And a long rebound out to Sophie Patterson. She finds Wheeler, who was coming out to reset 3 seconds. And Beth Wheeler, easy as you like layup. And Leah Evans to trigger the inbound to Jade Atkin. As Morrow working round screens. Atkin trying to drive into the middle, going to get it. Conroy's going to able to contest, and Jade Atkin unable to pull down the rebound, and Conroy able to wiggle free and advance the ball up. Morrow went for the steal, couldn't quite get it. Steal to Carter. Chloe Carter gets the contact and will head to the line. Foul by Nikita Wright. Carter too strong on the foul shots. East London 1 of 7 on the day from the line, as Evans going to get called for the offensive foul going straight into the side of Beth Wheeler. Evans slightly out of control, trying to get the pass. And that'll allow Chloe Fiveash to check in for Amy Conroy. As Wheeler going to do a full 360 across one-handed to Steele. Steele from 15 foot gets it to go. And she moves on to 15 points, does the Phoenix captain. And the Phoenix bench having some fun as well, supporting their teammates. Atkin in the paint. Back iron for Jade. And Wheeler to Steele. Steele will find Patterson, and Phoenix have a 2-on-1. Patterson to Carter and makes it. And Chloe Carter with 4 quick points off the bench, back-to-back field goals for the three-pointer in her first season in the WPL. As Evans cuts baseline, doesn't quite get the response. And Fiveash able to pull down her first defensive board of the afternoon. As Wheeler couldn't quite find Carter underneath. Aggressive defense by the Archers, trying to keep Beth Wheeler above the three-point line. Carter coming up to try and set the pick. Wheeler's going to have to fire it up off balance. Doesn't go, but the ball is loose on the floor. Patterson to Wheeler, too strong. But Beth Wheeler's going to get it back and makes no mistake. Second time of asking. And Beth Wheeler up to 24 points, 9 assists. So 1 assist short of the double-double, which should join her teammate Amy Conroy in. Conroy with 19 and 11 as Morrow fading away. Again, can't quite get to go, but good box out by Chloe Fiveash. And the Phoenix will have 14 seconds left in the half to try and get one final look. As Patterson with a beautiful one-handed take. Inside dish, Carter can't quite get to go. I think Nikita Wright may have got a little hand in. And that will end the third quarter here at the University of East London. Another strong performance in the quarter by the hosts. They win it 25 points to 13. And they take a 35-point lead into the three-quarter time break. We will join you here in about a minute and a half time for the final quarter of home action for the Phoenix. Welcome back to East London as we're about to get the fourth quarter underway here, with the hosts leading by 35 points, 72-37, as Neve Watson fires up from 15 foot, no good for Watson, who's looking for her second bucket of the day. Cardiff making some changes to start quarter number 4. So in getting their first action of the day, wearing 8, Libby Phillips, and number 6, Rebecca Ganley as well. As Ganley now from 15 foot leaves it short. Chloe Carter with the late contest. And Beth Wheeler, leading scorer on the day with 24 points through 3 quarters, will bring it up over the half-court line. She'll stop from 15 foot, a little bit too strong, but still able to pull down the rebound, and she banks it in. And DB Steele moves to 17 points personal, 8 of 12 shooting, as Phoenix continued to shoot 60+% from the floor, as Phillips tried to hand it off to Ganley, but Wheeler able to knock away the pass. And that'll force the Archers to have sideline possession. 12 left on the shot clock. As Phillips, ambitious behind the head pass, but that finds Morrow. Morrow's going to string the 3. Katie Morrow, who nearly made one in the third quarter, this time makes the adjustment, and the second 3 of the day for the Archers after Leah Evans made one earlier on. As Wheeler to Steele just inside the foul line, can't get it to go, and that's definitely an area where the Phoenix are going to want to shoot better from in their last league game of the season in a couple of weeks' time against Loughborough. Is the foul line and just inside. It's an area struggled mightily from today, as Morrow to Ganley, great hook pass. Five-Ash got out, forced the dump off to Nikita Wright, but Sophie Patterson able to come away with it. And Patterson with a great pass to Wheeler. And Phoenix will just about beat the 8-second half-court limit. As Five-Ash trying to be aggressive with Morrow. Wheeler, hook 3, doesn't get it to go. And Beth Wheeler having a chat with DB Steele, just talking about what she wants as options. As Katie Morrow with the aggressive defense to force the turnover. As Morrow 15 foot, Carter late out on the contest, but Morrow too strong. And a foul in transition we called on number 6, Rebecca Ganley. And Phoenix can't quite convert on the interior. And Chloe Five-Ash caught in a really tricky position right on the baseline, nowhere to go. Thought Rebecca Ganley got her boxed in, but Five-Ash able to just wiggle free on the baseline, and she'll be able to get back and help set up the defense as Libby Phillips comes down the left-hand side of the court working with Ganley. Phillips gets the ball kind of squared up in her hands and knocks it down. And Phillips has the first points off the bench today for the Archers, as Wheeler pick and roll with Five-Ash. Five-Ash can't quite get the layup to go on the interior, and Katie Morrow pulls down her 5th rebound of the game. Another area where the Archers have really struggled today on the boards. Current rebounding totals are 39-21, as Watson left wide open from the block, trying to roll in for the layup, but a little bit too strong, and Sophie Patterson able to get to the loose ball first and draw the foul on Morrow, her 3rd personal. And second team foul this quarter on the Archers, as big changes coming in for the hosts. As Carter, Steele and Patterson will leave the court. Brown, Conroy and Levy checking back in. As Wheeler gonna stop, get a perfectly squared up, a little bit too short this time. And Morrow able to not quite bring it over the half court, and an 8-second call is the call. Kate Morrow just trapped just inside her own backcourt, and the first 8-second call of the day leads to the Archers' 14th turnover. As Wheeler, thinking about the three, finds Conroy, and Amy Conroy makes no mistake as she moves up to 21 points personal. As Morrow, thinking about the three, going to be stopped in a path by Wheeler, but fires it up, and Libby Phillips able to get the rebound. Ganley blocked by Five-Ash, and it'll mean Cardiff get possession, and that allow Sam Hill to check back into the game. Hill struggled in her opening stint. She was 0 of 4 from the floor, and she'll replace Morrow, who has 14 points for the Archers. So Morrow and Atkin, the two leading scorers for Tom Guntrip's side, both on the bench, as he gives some players opportunities. As Phillips can't quite convert the layup, Brown able to find the rebound, looking for an outlet, finds Conroy. Phoenix going to have to work it to avoid 8 seconds, just about do. As Beth Wheeler just got over the timeline, and she'll now drive in, bank it off the glass, get the contact from Sam Hill. And it'll be a 3-point opportunity for the Phoenix, their third of the day, but the two prior, they've missed the free throw, and Beth Wheeler's going to have a 60-second break to think about it, as Tom Guntrip calls timeout with 4:54 left on the clock. And the 70-second thing for Beth Wheeler did not help. She can't make the free throw, and Phoenix moving the ball around. And 3 seconds violation called on East London. Shot clock still only on 12 seconds, so very, very quick call by the officials. And takes away 2 more points from Amy Conroy. Beth Wheeler as Wheeler and Conroy both have double-doubles today now. And ball is knocked away, and the shot clock's going to expire on the Archers. And that'll mean Phoenix ball in the front court, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Stephanie Francis, the last player to check into today's game. So both teams got all 9 players into the game. Francis, another 1-pointer, as Conroy reaching in on Ganley gets the contact. And we'll head to the line. 4th team foul on the Archers this quarter. Any more fouls will send Phoenix to the line. 2nd personal on Ganley. As Conroy makes the pair at the line and breaks the streak of 6 straight missed free throws for East London. And the lead grows to a game high 38 points now, as Hill couldn't quite handle the pass. Amy Conroy able to pick up the steal. That'll be her 4th steal of the game. And she'll find Wheeler out in transition, and Beth Wheeler gets to 28 points personal. With 4 minutes left of the contest, East London Phoenix set to move to 5-3 on the season. Cardiff will drop to 2-4. Sorry, correction, 2-5 for the Archers, as Hill in and out from the block, and Five Ash looking for options, finds Wheeler. Good take by Wheeler. Lead pass to Conroy and gets it to go. So Wheeler and Conroy trading layups and assists with each other down the stretch. And it's been a dominant home performance by East London. Their last home game of the season. They only have 1 game left, and they'll travel to Loughborough in a couple of weeks' time to complete the regular season. That game happening on the 23rd of March, 6 p.m. So Saturday night hoops for the Phoenix. As for Cardiff, they've got a long break now, as Levy dishes it off to Five Ash. She leaves it short. Wheeler gets it to go on the putback, and Tom Guntrip will burn his final timeout with his side trailing by 44 points. Welcome back to the University of East London for the final 2.5 minutes, as Phillips finds Wright and Wheeler late on the rotation get called for the blocking foul. As Wright can't get either free throw to go. That one off to the right, so the ball not hitting the rim means side out possession. This is second game of a double-header as Sam Hill comes out of chair just as the ball was being inbounded, and the referees allow her to get upright. It was Patterson with the block. As Five-Ash gets caught by Hill on the trail, and Chloe Five-Ash will get to the line for 2 shots. First opportunities of the day for Five-Ash at the line. Looking to add to her 6.7 rebounds. As we're entering the final 2 minutes, as Hill with a great one-handed take tries to get it up over Cohen Brown, but there's going to be an offensive foul called at the top of the, believe it's Libby Phillips will be called for it. She was being guarded by Chloe Five-Ash, and that'll be the first personal on Phillips. Offensive foul, so no team shots for East London. As Wheeler using the screen, but it's now Five-Ash getting called for the moving pick, and that'll be her 3rd personal foul. Archers will have a chance to reply. And as Sam Hill fires up a wild 3, nowhere near the hoop. Phoenix has set up above the 3-point line as Cardiff look to make their 3rd 3 of the day. 1 each by Evans and Morrow. Phoenix looking for their own, and they get it as Beth Wheeler makes it, and that gets her up to 33 points personal. I say that because the stats have the 3-point made by DB Steele earlier on in the 3rd quarter, so potentially that would push Wheeler up to 36 points personal if that gets changed. As Wheeler looking for Levy, bounce pass to Brown. Brown just inside the foul line, too strong off the glass. And we're into the final minute now. Phoenix leading by 47. Phillips using the screen of Wright, but Brown jumping out, making it difficult. Phillips 5 on the shot clock, finds Francis. Francis isn't going to be able to fire it up. Leaves the ball. Wheeler with the steal, but no possession for East London. So with the loose ball, a 24-second violation is called. As Wheeler skip past to Brown. Brown's going to go to the one-handed push-off, but a little bit off, and Phillips just about picks up the ball before Five-Ash steals it. Francis with the pass, and that's going to be an 8-second violation for Cardiff. Couldn't get it over the front court in time. As Patterson to Five-Ash. Phoenix looking for a final score, and they get it. And hosts move to 91 points, the highest score in the WPL by some margin this season, as Another steal, but time will expire. And a dominant performance by the hosts as they close out their home campaign at 91 points to 42 against the Cardiff Met Archers and advance to 5-3 on the season. And the visitors now dropping 2-5 record overall. Leading scorer for the Archers today was Katie Morrow with 14 points to go with 5 rebounds. And Jade Atkin, 11 points personal. All of those, I believe, coming in the first half. As for the Phoenix, dominant offensive display, shooting nearly 60% in the end. It was Beth Wheeler with 33 that we think might become 36 points when we double check that after the game. Amy Conroy, 25 points. Both of those players picking up double doubles with 11 and 12 assists. And then DB Steele with what we believe will be 14 points as well for the East London Phoenix captain. And Phoenix forcing the Archers into 21 turnovers, which he scored 22 points off, and a combined 78 points in the paint as well. Allowed the host to pull out this victory in their final home game. As for the Archers, they will have that long break now until the 27th of April, where they'll head to Worcester to complete their 3-game series. That's currently split at 1 game apiece in the win-loss column between those two, and then rounding it up between Loughborough and Cardiff on the 5th of May, ahead of finals, which will be at the University of Essex on the 19th and 20th of May. But that will do it here from the University of East London, where the East London Phoenix round off their home campaign with a 91-42 victory over the Cardiff Met Archers. From my side, Mike Hansen-Myers, thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the WPL season.